Childcare costs have certainly influenced my work and career decisions, and I know there are hundreds of thousands of other families struggling with work and career decisions while balancing that cost of childcare. During the coronavirus, the government overnight made the decision to make childcare free, something which women and families have been campaigning for over 40 years. They made this decision to help support our economy and our workplace at a time when we were all struggling. But now, for most Australians, they've snapped back this decision to make childcare free, and it's felt like a rug being pulled from under our feet. It feels like a backwards step. That's why over the past week, we've teamed up with some incredible like-minded organisations to launch a campaign to bring free childcare back. Free childcare. Imagine. Ponder with me for a moment. What different career decisions might you make if we had free childcare? What would you do with the childcare fees you'd save? Or with the extra money you'd be able to earn because you could actually justify your kids attending childcare? I get it. Raising children, childcare, career decisions are personal and ever-changing as we grow and move through different phases in our lives. Everyone's situations vary. I have friends who have opted out of work to care for their children because that's what they want to do right now. And I have friends that decided to work just to stay in the workforce to maintain their skills and confidence for the future, even though it costs their family each week for them to make this decision. Without doubt, free childcare is the boost to the economy Australia really needs right now. For every dollar spent on childcare, $2 flows into the economy. Can the same be said for the $38.7 billion investment made into defence last year? What about the $29 billion in subsidies to prop up the fossil fuel industry that the government gave away last year? 1/4 of this could fund free childcare for all children and families in Australia. If you think we don't have the money, we do. We're just not choosing to invest it in our children, in Australian families, in education, in women's participation in the workforce. According to the Grattan Institute, which has recently released extensive new figures on the opportunities available for Australia investing in childcare, as a fast way to recharge the economy, they say make childcare cheaper for parents, leading to this greater female workforce participation and $150,000 in additional lifetime earnings for the typical Australian mother. They estimate that $5 billion a year spent on childcare subsidies could result in an $11 billion a year increase in GDP. Fairly good return on investment. And they say addressing this economic reform now would be significant for our recovery post-coronavirus. So it's been reported that Australian parents spend almost 4 times as much as our international peers on childcare, and that childcare costs the average Australian family 17 to 31% of our household income. As you'd likely be aware, either in your own situation or in the lives of someone close to you, many families under the current system, it only makes financial sense to have one parent work full time. And as we know, in most cases, it's a woman who forgoes their salary and superannuation and career. So this has impacts now, but even more importantly, the effect of someone not working and contributing to their superannuation throughout their life is compounded at retirement. As a society, we have not even yet begun to experience the social and economic impact of the number of women over 50 in this baby boomer generation retiring in poverty. This is going to cost society and the government far more into the future than a preventative measure like free childcare that has the means to transform women's roles and productivity in the workforce, and not only save the government in pension payments, but importantly add to the economic output of our society immeasurably. So as I said, this month we've partnered with aligned organisations to call urgently for the government to reform the early childhood education and care system and childcare subsidy by committing to 3 key actions. First of all, make early childhood education and care free permanently for every Australian family. Second, ensure that every Australian family has access to quality childhood education and care. And thirdly, and so importantly, let's pay early childhood educators and carers a fair wage. It's perplexed me personally forever. Why is it as a society that we pay the people who care for our most precious resource, our children, our future, some of the lowest paying wages? And obviously this needs to change. So this week the challenge is twofold. First of all, consider this campaign, and if you feel as strongly about it as we do, please add your signature, and if you're a business, upload your logo to makeitfree.org. And better, share on socials. Secondly, reflect on how free childcare would impact your life. Are you a parent? Do you run a business that employs parents? Do you have a daughter, sibling, friend who free childcare would impact? Reflect on how you might make different decisions, and please let's start the conversation with others who will be impacted and inspire them to advocate for change by signing this campaign also. And let's all thank a childcare worker next time we come across one. Here's to inspiring, progressive and productive change for the future. If you'd like a session with a career coach, I've included the link in the comments below, and coaching sessions with our support squad experts are free for Verve members. So I'm off to pick up my kids from childcare now. So ciao and see you next week.